Hey guys, this is the 1988 IFL Super Bowl. Well, maybe we should say the Super Bowl for IFL 88. Although it's kind of tricky using that name because what are you going to do when you're playing the 1989 season, the 1990 season, league every year? But here we are. This is the battle between Jay Billing and Bob Go. Could be Bob Goff. I've never asked him how to pronounce his name. Bob, tell me how to do it. Jay's the Bengals, and Bob is a Los Angeles Rams. So let's take a look at the regular season standings. Now, I know Jay really well, played in leagues with him for many years. Bob has a lot of experience playing the board game, but he just started online a couple of years ago. So going into this game, if I was to set a line, I would say it's going to be the Bengals by 10. And that sounds really bad, but the Bengals had the number one overall pick in the league, and Jay drafted for winning right away. Of course, you're going to if you're picking number one. He's got Dan Marino as his quarterback, Mickey Schuler, Mike Quick, Hal Toon, Kelvin Bryant, so Craig Hayward. So a lot of powerful players in that 1988 season. Right off the bat, he's going big or going home. Fly to Mike Quick, single cover, but the three safeties home, and he misses a long game. Now, if he had called a run, still would have missed. But look at that, more than 50% completions if you call a run against Mike Quick, and he hits a receiver rating. Oh, let me share out the link. So here's the regular season. Cincinnati won the AFC Central, and Los Angeles won the NFC Central. But they were only 8-8. Bob had gotten up to a hot start and then went into a tailspin, losing seven of his last 8. Made the playoffs and then started winning again. Pretty cool. Off tackle left, Kelvin Bryant on 2nd and 10. Nobody's in the zone, and it's the dreaded 5. But in this set, the dreaded 5 doesn't always mean 0 or negative yardage. As you can see there, Kelvin still picked up 2. But a lot of things are going to need to go right for Bob to win. No offense, Bob, because Jay's got the better team. He has a ton of experience. His coaching ability is right up there among the best coaches I've ever played. And he really should win this game. Now, let's take a look at the defensive cards. In the playoffs, you're able to pick one of your opponent's offense or defensive cards, but I don't think that's true in the Super Bowl. You play with what you came in with. So you can upgrade. Everybody's good, but you can downgrade, bomb to James Lofton here on 3rd and 8. It's going to be a dump off for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. So ideal start for Bob, holding Jay to a 3 and out. After I talked to Jay, he goes 3 and out, but trust me, there's a long way to go and a lot of first downs to be had. 41-yard punt. Mel Gray's back there, and he's got a nice return card. 25-yard return. There you go. So he gets the ball first. He's in Cincy territory at the 44-yard line. So those are the kind of breaks he's going to need. Now, Bob also drafted for now. He's got Bo Jackson, Christian Okoye. It's probably going to be the best 1-2 punch at running back. And Jim Kelly, fantastic. He's no slouch. The kid on offense. We got an animation request. Request to speak about animation game options. It's cranked on his end. So I was going to tell him how to do it, but it sounds like he already knows how to do it. So, first down 10 to 44. Okay, pretty draggy for Jay, but it seems okay on the broadcast. Maybe I'll pay a little bit closer attention. There's Brian Blades up the middle of Okoye. Jay playing a 3-4. So both teams have good. 16 yards and a first down for the Nigerian Nightmare. Let's look at the team notebook for Bob. He's also good. So nobody got downgraded. in the Super Bowl. You play in a neutral field, so you don't get that advantage. But if you were the home team during the AFC or NFC playoffs, you were able to downgrade your opponent's pass or run defense from good to average. Okoye's got minimum fumble, so it's a nice weapon to have. He goes 3 wide, crossing pattern to Jim Jensen, correctly double teamed, and is still complete, 12 yards. Jim Kelly threads the needle. See, this is the thing I don't think Bob does enough of. He plays it more conservative, keeps his free safety home, but there's times when you want to be double teaming quite frequently. So 1st and 10, 16 for the Rams. Dream start. Pitch out right to Bo Jackson. It's going to pick up a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. 11:06 to go in the opening quarter. Jay will call run. Jay will key. 3 wide, 2 back set for the Rams. Larry Mason is in there as fullback. He's got a nice card too. It's somebody I don't really remember watching of the Packers. You always remember the big names, but some of those small name guys had really good seasons. Of course, you remember the guys on your team too, your favorite team. Off tackle left, Alan Pinkett. There's a man of his own. -2 or +3, depending on his rating, and it was Carl Mecklenburg, who's a 5 against the run, and the white die was a 6. This league does play with the dump-off rules. It does play with the white die, emphasize 6-rated linebackers, so you get the white die 6 to free things up on flat passes. 3rd and 6, Okoye in there in a 3 wide set. Up the middle to Okoye, the pass call. Offensive center +9 or +2, and look at that block. Ray Donaldson throws. He's a 6, downgraded to a 5 from that formation. Picked it up. So it's 1st and goal at the 3. So maybe I'm not giving Bob enough credit here. He got the 3 and out, takes the ball right down, and is on the verge of scoring a touchdown. Off tackle left, and there it is on a 9 roll. Man, if he would have thrown a short pass there, that could have been dangerous. So 6-0, Rams on top. Lynn Dawson, not Len Dawson, was the onside in there, throwing the block. Tied in might have been for the Chiefs. I have that Lynn Dawson in my head. We'll take a look. The ball goes 2 yards deep in the end zone. See if the Bengals bring it out. Everybody has, when you go over the year, you try to make that decision to get some good returners, and he does pick up 24 there as Anthony Miller brings it out. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, we wanted to see Lynn Dawson. What team was he on? Oh, New England. So he was a Patriots tight end. Not a great receiver, but 6 blocker. So here we go. 1st and 10 to 22. Crossing pattern to Al Toon. Marino coming up firing. And incomplete on the receiver reading. 15 if you would have. He's a max receiver on a short pass. So we got, check the pass blocking for Marino. 7, 5, 7, 7, 5. With a blocking back 5. So he'll get some dump offs. He's got 2 great receivers. Let's see the pass rush for the Rams. 7, 4, 8, 8. It's got Clay Matthews, the original Clay Matthews, not Junior. Olkowitz and John Anderson. So he's got some pass rush from the middle linebacker. Slant to McGee Schuler, not being doubled. See, he's keeping that free safety home, playing conservative. But you got to double against Marino. Actually, Marino's card is not that great in this set. He gets better. But even double team, that would have been complete. This is not his greatest card. Put it that way. 1st and 10 out to 35. Let me share this stream out button hook to Calvin Bryant. I believe he is a halfback, so his defender stayed home. If he had moved the other linebacker, that would have been guessed wrong, and the receiver reading would have been 14 yards. So, so let me try to share the screen out. So I need to, what do I need to do? Invite people. 2nd and 10, I'll do it after this play. think I can make this full screen too. There we go. I'll tackle left to Bryant. Nobody's there. Guess strong. And again, the free safety staying home. Playing it safe. There's a short gain on a first down for the Bengals. Okay, so we want to. How do we invite here? I'm used to the. Used to the old Google Hangouts. Invite. Here it is. Copy group. So 1st and 10 out to the 46. Another spectator is joined. Crossing pattern to Al Toon. It's got Clay Matthews coming, so he'll be a nice bump on the pass rush. The dump off, incomplete on the quarterback's card. Guess right. So let's go over to StreamYard. General. Second and 10. So that was Danny Noonan against Bruce Matthews. Curl goes Mike Quick. He was Keen Bryant. And that's going to be guessed wrong on Marino's card. And that's 23 yards. Yeah, you got to be careful calling pass. It would have been 23 yards guessed right or guessed wrong. So nice job. Mr. Quick quickly brings the ball down into Rams territory for the first time. Button hook to Bryant. Part of free safety down, so there's 4-minute zone and double team on the linebacker. Now he's getting a little more aggressive as things tighten up. That's going to be a 7-yard pickup guessed right on Bryant's card. I don't like the coaches that are coaching to join because then I feel like I have to watch what I say. Quick slant to Schuler against a run call, going to be guessed wrong. And it's a 12-yard pickup, and we're almost inside the 10. So at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. I'll tackle left to Bryant. Guessed wrong, 6-yard pickup. So there he picks you with Bryant, and then hits you for a big connection with Marino. Those receivers don't hurt for sure. 2nd and 4 at the 6. Bengals trailing in the Super Bowl, but it's early, first quarter. Down by 7 and knocking on the door. Slant to Schuler. He's double teaming Quick. There's going to be only 3 men in the zone on the D card. And defender X or short gain plus 12. Touchdown Bengals. And we do not have the 2-point conversion. Jay's playing it straight, not adding in the rules until the NFL does for whatever card set we're playing. So we won't see the 2-point conversion until 1994, I believe, unless we change that. Solomon Wilcox 4 against the White Dice 6. Kicks up and good, and we have a tie game. And that's down to the 8. An 11-yard return by Mel Gray. So that's where the rounds will start. Anything you can do, I can do better, is what Jay says. Now Bob's singing that right back at him. Let's see what Bo Jackson and Jim Kelly can do. Bruce Hill, Tampa Bay receivers, got pretty nice card. Not quite as good as some of the guys on. And Blaze has a good card, I know. But again, not maxed up short. I'll tackle right to Bo. Picks up 2. Kelly's big plays on a deep pass are on 8 and 9. And we'll keep that in mind as when he gets ready to open it up after pounding Okoye and Bo Jackson. Jay will call run, but he knows that that's the danger. Curl to Brian Blade being double covered, and again Kelly threads the needle. Those are so important. That would have brought up 3rd down and 8. Check our broadcast. Nobody else has joined here. That's all right. Bomb to Bruce Hill being double covered. So he was trying to get free over the top. Incomplete, right or wrong. See, is there something else I'm supposed to do here to make this full screen? I think we're good. So 2nd and 10. Ball at the Rams, their own 33. Up the middle to Okoye, guess right, 1 man in zone. That's not going anywhere. They'll bring up 3rd and long. Jay showing blitz. Let's check the pass blocking of the Rams. 5-2-4-2. That's a problem. There's going to be some sacks in this game. Jumbo Elliott's a 0. That test was against Mel Owen and Mike Height. That's 7 against a 2. 42% chance of a sack. So that's where Jay's going to clean up against the Rams. Force the pressure. Punt goes down to the 26. It's fair caught there, and that's where the Bengals will take over. William Howard checks in. Off tackle left to Howard. 8-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd and short. So we got Timmy Smith, William Howard, Kelvin Bryant, and James Saxon. A halfback. Fullback. Greg Hayward can do some things. 2nd and 2. Button hook to Bryant, and he moved the linebacker out of the way, trying to plug the off tackle left, or off tackle right, excuse me. That's a 7-yard completion, guessed right, on Marino's flat pass card, and we're into the 2nd quarter. There was a sack chance on that. Al Baker's 9 against Bruce Armstrong's 5, but only a 20% chance of a sack on a flat pass there. And you can see all these things in the game board details. Slant to Mickey Schuler, guessed wrong. You don't really want to guess wrong on Marino. That would have been incomplete, guessed right. But you can't just give up runs guessed wrong either, so you got to be judicious in your run calls. It's hard to pick up a pattern against Jay. It's pretty good at mixing it up. Crossing pattern to Altoon. Guessed right. 3 minutes. Oh, it's -7. Look at that must-run card by Marino. That has to be the worst must-run card I've ever seen. He only has 2 positive yardage. One of them is only for +1. Everything else is negative. These are all, might as well just call them sacks. But then again, he only has a must-run on Snake Eyes, so you're not going to see it very often. 2nd and 17. That's exactly what the Rams needed. They go to a 4-2-5. Off tackle left to William Howard. Jay hoping to get a short game. And there he does, 14-yard pickup. So you gotta have to look at these patterns. Like, Does Jay run? I do this a lot. Second and long, does Jay run? Because you're going to get the guy calling pass most of the time. You got to sneak in a run call once in a while. 3rd and 3. Howard stays in the game. Now, look for him to go with a short pass because he's going to think that Bob's going to call a run. If you can, oh, he doesn't. Doesn't call a run. He calls for a sideline right to L2. So good job by Bob, but unlucky roll. Look at that. If it would have been a 4 or 5, it would have been incomplete because it was a white die 6. It's a short gain and a 13-yard pickup. First down, Bengals, and down to the Rams 24. That would have been unlucky. I'm sure Jay would have gone for it on 4th down because you're kind of in no man's land. But you still would have liked to have that chance to get the stop on 4th. Curl the mic quick. Guessed right. 3-minute zone. Interception split, but it falls on an incompletion. Even with 4 minutes on it, would have been incomplete. Second and 10. Curls it quick. He hasn't seen the outside receivers very much. Under extra short game, but Kevin Ross was a 5, so he makes the play. When he's doubling, he usually seems to be doing it to the tight end. Rod Bernstein checks into the game. Oh, and goes with Bernstein's gonna have a really good card running the ball in the early 90s. 3rd and 10, he goes to the 4-1-6. Now this, I don't like this. Look for, if you don't cover the flash, you just go square out left. There it is. It's too predictable. Just go 3-3-5. He only got 8. Let's see if he goes for it there. Only 1 year difference. But that is not a great defense to call against Jay. Just go 3-3-5, play it straight. Although it worked out this time because if you would have thrown a short pass, Marino's good. Well, maybe not in this set. Oh, it shanks the field goal. Good break for Bob. Let's take a look. I think Marino's incomplete on 7 in this set. Incredibly, but let's check it out. Nope, he's complete plus 14. Moving broadcast. I crashed just for looking at a game card? That's weird. Let's get back in there. Okay, so we missed a play, probably either a guess right run or an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10, 11:06 to go in the second quarter. 3-4 showing blitz, and this is the advantage that Jay has. Bob's got to be able to run it, maybe run some draws to get the linebackers out of there. Slant, and there's another sack. I went up against Bo Jackson, the free safety. So we had a 52% chance of a sack, and the random roll was 47. So anything under 52 or under would have been a sack. So 3rd and 16. He brings in Larry Mason as a fullback, but he has no. It's long to Larry Mason. Guessed right, nobody, full man in zone, and it's a 5-yard pickup on a dump off, and it'll be punting time for the Rams. So when you're facing somebody with a strong pass rush, it will be short punt, 33 yards, only to midfield, to the 48 actually. At 15-yard return, it'll go inside Rams territory, so right away, Jay's 1 first down at a field goal range. Back to Calvin Bryant in the blocking back halfback set. So Jay can throw it a little bit more at ease with his pass blocking. Slant to Schuler. 3-minute zone, guessed right, 10-yard pickup. And he's not double teaming with the free safety. He double teams with the linebackers. That will only be double teamed on the quarterback's card. On the D cards, it hits receiver reading. It'll still be guessed right on the receiver card. If it hits a defender X, it'll be incomplete. So it's not a true double team like a free safety double team. Button to Calvin Bryant. Guessed right, 1-man zone. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. So the Rams are hoping to make a stand here, force another field goal, maybe get another shank. That would be ideal for them. I'll tackle left. And see, when he keys, he's not plugging the zone. He's just keying always at the linebacker zone. When you key, you can move that guy. Actually, it would have been a fumble there. Look at that fumble number. If he would have keyed the correct zone, brought some linebackers down, or moved the free safety to the right off tackle zone, that would have doubled his fumble chance. And then that 69 would have been under 82 or whatever it would have been. It's not exactly doubled, but it's close. It's like 95% boost or something. 3rd and 10. Not showing blitz, 4-2-5. See if Jay tries to go over the top. Short pass, 4-minute zone, guessed right. Back to Schuler, who's not being double covered. He's not double teaming enough against Dan Marino. A double team there would have made that incomplete. Marino's 12 for 19 today with a touchdown, no picks. You need to double team, especially as they get into the red zone. There we go. Correct double team on the free safety with the free safety. That's a perfect call, Bob. I like it. Of course, it would have been incomplete either way, since it was a white tie 4 and the strong safety 4. But great call. I like it. 2nd and 10. This is not an easy offense to stop. Look, button hook to Kelvin Bryant. Guessed right, 5 in the zone. Picks up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 8. Four two five on 3rd and 5. Pitch out left to Bryant. Guessed wrong. There's a man there. Looks like, yeah, it's that linebacker. It's going to be a 9-yard pickup, and into the end zone goes Kelvin Bryant. Touchdown, Bengals. Guessed right, it would have been +1, and he would have had tried field goal. So nice call there by Jay. The extra point is up and good. Mike Lanford, the old Rams kicker. And it is now the Bengals in front by a touchdown. Let's see how Bob responds. Remember, Jay got the ball first, so if Bob can come down here and answer this drive, or answer that touchdown with a drive of his own, then get the ball first in the second half. That could be a nice turnaround for him. Pitch out right to Bo Jackson, guessed wrong. It's going to be a 4-yard pickup. This is not Bo's strongest card. Tecmo Bowl. Yeah, actually, Jay called this a Tecmo Bowl. The Tecmo Bowl, Bo Jackson in the 80s is pretty good. One of the best cards that you'll see out there. Second and 6. The pace is a little slow, but it's a championship game. Button hook to Alan Pinkett. 5-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 31. Kelly's got a great flat pass card. Jay's playing a 3-4, but you got to hit those flats. Now may not be a good time to hit him because he's in the full house formation, which means if it lands on a D card, it's going to be 2-man zone no matter what. But you can go short pass here or run it. Screen left. Now, if it goes on the D card, bad news. And it does, 2-man zone. Some people, as they move from the board game to the computer game, don't get the nuances. And that's one of them. You can play house rules on a board game any way you want. But when you're in a full house formation and you throw to a flat pass, as long as you didn't move the free safety to blitz or to double team, it's going to be 2-man zone. Maybe he knew that and still did it because you got a 50% chance if it goes on the D card or on the O card, you're going to get a completion. And there's still a couple of outs on the D card, not very many, but 6 and 2 will get you a first down. So he's going to try it again. He might try to pound it with Bo or Okoye. Quarterback seat to Kelly. Short yardage, and he picks it up. Big play there. Ballsy, I love it. Go big or go home on his own 39. He knew he did not want to give the ball back right away to the Bengals. So quarterback sneak to Jim Kelly, and he reaches it across the line. First down, Rams. Bo in there with Mosi to Tupu as a blocker. Bomb to Bruce Hall. And it's going to be a dump off for 30 yards. Hall was double covered. Not Hall, Hill. Bruce Hill was double covered, and it's a double banger because, well, not really. It didn't really hurt that bad, but Benzie Glenn goes out with an injury. The strong safety covering Doug Cosby, who we haven't seen targeted today. But it doesn't really matter because he's only out to the second half. So that's just the rest of this drive. You just need to play without him a few plays. And like I said, Cosby's probably not high up in the pecking order. I'll tackle left to Bo Jackson. Guess right, nobody's in the zone. And it goes nowhere. Guessed wrong would have been the 1-yard gain. The snake eyes are usually good for the guess wrong snake eyes is usually good for the running backs, but not in this case. Let's see what Okoye would have done. He doesn't have anything big on snake eyes either. So 2nd and 10. Ball down to the Cincy 33. Even getting a field goal here would be good. Up the middle to Okoye, 1-man zone, gets right. 6-yard pickup. That'll bring 3rd down on 4. No containment, so that's great. It's good for the Rams. But these good coaches like Jay will get in your head. They'll kind of know, okay, I think he's going to be conservative and running here, or I think he's going to go over the top. So I'm going to bring the house on a blitz, or I'm going to flood the flats, leave a 6, 2 5s, and then bring the free safety down to the other one. So up the middle, run to Okoye, guessed right, and it goes nowhere. So he sniffed out the run, called it correctly. Now that would have been a good time for a flat pass, but ifs and buts and candy and nuts. Pat Leahy comes on to make this a Merry Christmas for the Rams, and the kick is up. Kick is good. Good on 2 through 8, so it'll be 14-10. Now the Rams need to make a stop because if you let the Bengals score, you've kind of given up your advantage there. It's a fumble chance. It's going to go out to the 26, but he doesn't fumble it because the white die is over 4. On kickoffs, if the white die is greater than 4, there is no fumble. So 1st and 10, 1:45 to go in the half. Look for Marino to start pegging it down the field. Curl the quick, being double covered by a linebacker. Remember, on a receiver reading on the deep part, it's going to be just right. And forget about the receiver reading, it's going to hit a 12. Of course, if you had brought the free safety to double, it would have been only 11 yards. But credit for the correct double team. And he was kind of fortunate in a way that he only gave up 31 yards in a long game, which is the lowest amount in a neutral long game. But Marino's still playing well. 14 to 22, 170, one touchdown. Off tackle left to Bryant. Guess wrong. Nobody's in the zone. And that's going to pick up 6 yards. Defensive end 0 or +6. Al Baker was in the game for his pass rush. And the white tie was a 5. Looks like the Bengals went hurry up. So kind of have Al Baker and Jim Jeffcoat out there as weak links on the D-line against the run. Crossing pattern to Al Toon, single covered by a 5. Defender extra long gain, and that time Everson Walls, his 5 rating, makes the play. 3rd and 4, outside of field goal range. Let's take a look at the Bengals kicker. They already missed one today. So 2 and 3 from this range, 2 through 8 and 12. He gets it at 32. So look for a run here because I haven't seen any run called out of Bob. Seen some keys and 1 or 2 keys. He just plugs up the middle zone. Oh, it's a curl to quick. Guess correctly, bringing some pressure from the linebackers. But guess right, Marino. He'll kill you. Death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000 short passes. You got a double team with that free safety. That's an 11-yard pickup and a first down. 45 seconds to go. Goes hurry up again. Does not use his timeouts. Got 3 timeouts left. Rams looking for some kind of play to stop this drive, or at least to force a field goal. Deliberate pace allows me to read my Seahawks articles on The Athletic. That's a first down. 10-yard dump off on a flat pass. Defensive end +1 or +5, and again he takes advantage of Al Baker. Second and 5. Pitch to Mike Quick. Gets 8, just right. And it's a fumble. It looks like the Bengals have gotten it back. They don't advance it. The Rams, Everson Walls is out for the remainder of the game. No advancement possible in the last 2 minutes of the half on a fumble because of the old fumble Ruski. But more important than the 8 yards in the first down given up was the injury to Everson Walls. He's replaced by Ron Fellows, who isn't that fine of a fellow. He's only rated 0 against the pass. Inside run to Gene Saxon, Keen, Kelvin Bryant. That's going to be a touchdown. And there it is, +8. So the Rams give it up to the Bengals. And the +10 line that I said at the beginning of the game is looking pretty good. As the field goal of the extra point goes up and in for an 11-point halftime lead. It's a squib kick with 8 seconds left. And Kelly may take a shot, but more likely take a knee. He does take a shot, correctly double covered. Would have been incomplete anyway, but good half, 21-10, and Bengals on top in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna guess it's Goff, Bob Goff, not Go. Goff as in rough instead of Go as in dough. Good old English language. Could be Goff. I guess it could be Goff. I don't think so though. Goff sounds right. So let's take a look at the stats. It's been all Bengals. The one drive that the Rams got a touchdown on, they started on in really good field position. I think it was on the Bengal side of the field. But the Rams have not been able to stop the Bengals on defense. Marino's been moving it up and down the field. 101.3 quarterback rating. You got to double team these guys. You got to use that free safety like crazy. Force them with the long passes and get the interceptions. Hope for the interceptions, I should say. But 6 passes for Schuler and Quick. You'll be able to go to his best receivers because you're not double teaming with a free safety. And that's what happens. So he's going to need to get a scoring drive now and then try to try to chip into that feed. Let's see what else is going on here. We do look at the ball possession. So the Rams went touchdown, punt, field goal into half. That's not really a drive. One play. And the Bengals went punt, then touchdown, missed field goal, touchdown. So those drives are ending in touchdowns. They're long drives. 10 plays, 78 yards, 10 plays, 58 yards, 7 plays, 37 yards, 8 plays, 74 yards. So the 10 plays, 58 yards that was a missed field goal. But here we go. Time of possession also strongly favors the Bengals. 17-12. And the Rams will have to start deep in their own territory on this opening drive. Check the broadcast. Somebody joins us. There's Nemo. Hey, Mike. If you feel like talking, let me know. I'll, Slack me a message, and I'll add you to the broadcast so you can be my color man. Right tackle. I'll tackle right to Bo is right, 4 yards. There's not a lot of big plays in the Rams' arsenal. As I guess Okoye gets wrong would probably be their best chance. Jim Kelly gets wrong, but you're not going to get a lot of that when he has a lead. Really deep square out left. This is a guess wrong pass, and that's going to go for 14 yards and a first down. So that's a nice start to the second half for the Rams. 6 of 10 for 75 yards for Kelly. The Rams haven't been able to sustain enough drives to see statistics go up. There you go, double teaming tight end Jim Jensen, and that's incomplete. Double teaming with the free safety would have been complete on the regular. So that's what I'm saying. These coaches like Jay just have a sixth sense of where to double team you, and they're not afraid to use it. He's not leaving this free safety home. He's being aggressive with that free safety. That's the way to play defense. Bo Jackson and Okoye back there. Out of the pro set. Screen left Jackson. Guessed right. 6 rated linebacker there, though. Defender. -4, -2. So that's a big advantage there for Jay, having 2 6 rated linebackers against the pass. He only has one, but he moves the middle linebacker out there sometimes. Or maybe that was, I don't know, I guess it could have been a free safety just there. So he's got 1 6 rated linebacker and 2 5s. Crossing better to Ray Alexander, some pressure coming. An 11-yard pickup, that's going to set a 4th and 1. You know darn well that Bob's going to go for it here if he went for it in a similar spot in the first half. That was a 54% chance of a sack. Felix Wright against Larry Mason, but it was a random 66. So here comes Bob. It's probably too early to say this is the game, but this is a big play of the game. Excuse me for the ambient noise when I take a sip of my tasty beverage. Up the middle to Okoye, correctly keyed, and he's on the D card. Linebacker in zone, -2, a +2, and he gets stuffed. Felix Wright. If stuffing you is wrong, I don't want to be right unless my name is Felix. And he stuffs the play for a 2-yard loss. He went to a pro set. Jay did not call pass. Off tackle left to William Howard, 8-yard pickup, gets strong. So not enough run calls and not enough double teams. I know that kind of sounds like, okay, that's easier said than done. Hindsight's 2020. But that's what I'm seeing. On defense, Bob is not double teaming enough when he calls pass, and he's not calling run nearly enough in those 1st and 10, 2nd and 10 situations, 2nd and long situations. 2nd and 2. Now this is where he might call run, but Jay's going to pass. For a flat pass by Jay. Maybe to Schuler or Quick. Let's go to those guys. I'd be doubling them with a free safety. It's an off tackle left to Howard, so I'm wrong. There's a man in the zone, so that's a nice. No, there's a man in the right tackle zone. So nobody's there. It doesn't matter. It's a short gain. Guessed wrong. 12-yard pickup. William Howard Taft presidentially moves the ball down the field. That was an executive order there. Give me the ball. And Jay, via Dan Marino, does just that. Let's see if he keeps that up. Rod Bernstein checks in as the blocking back. 21-10. If I remember correctly, William Howard Taft was a big gentleman. He keys, but he doesn't really show that he understands how the key works because he just keys without linebacker support, and he always just leaves the free safety in the default spot. Bob, you can move the free safety other than where it puts you. When you key, you can leave him in the linebacker zone, or you can move him to one of the off tackle zones or the end run zone, wherever you think the ball is going. But if you just always key in the linebacker, that tells your opponent, button hook to Kelvin Bryant, that you don't really understand how the key works, and so you don't have to worry about it. He'll just not run a linebacker. Guess right, short pass. Guess right, flat pass, looking pass, and it's a short gain, plus 16. So I know I'm being a little bit critical on Bob. You can have experience as a cards and dice guy. It doesn't always translate to the online world. But it took, I didn't play cards and dice. I just learned playing online. And when I played online, I was probably one of the worst coaches out there. It took me a good year and a half to really understand how things work. And then my coaching improved. So you have to mix things up. You can't be predictable. And you got to look at these opportunities to learn to improve your coaching. So that's a nice return there by Mel Gray. He's going to get the ball near midfield to start. He needs a scoring drive right now. Making it a little bit too easy on offense. Never throwing to Cosby, never throwing to Tupu. So he throws it, he's going to go to Blades or to Hill. When he runs it, well, he run it and go even where you want. That's a good run. Blocking back +4, +6. Moisi Tupu makes the block. He's a 6 rated against the run. So 2nd and 4 inside Bengal territory. 47 yards to make this an 11-point lead again. Fly to Brian Blades. That's a good call. Covered by a 4. Nobody's back there. A long gain. It's down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Brian Blades and Jim Kelly connect for the third time today, but the first time on a bomb. I think he hit him on a couple double team, or at least on one double team pass, maybe a dump off. 28-10. 3-4 showing blitz now, and you got to be careful. You got to run the ball here because you have a good chance of getting sacked. The last thing you need is a strip sack to end this drive. Jay's going to be bringing everybody, showing blitz. So give me an in run to Bo Jackson. Off tackle to Okoye, something like that. Slam to Jim Jensen. Guessed wrong. 15-yard pickup. Nice job, Bob. He is saying, Dennis, I'm not listening to you. You didn't even make the playoffs. I got my team to the Super Bowl. You just sit there and watch me do my thing. So good answer to that drive. Now we need to stop. Be a little bit more aggressive on defense. Get the ball back and come down and get another touchdown. And we got ourselves a game. We got ourselves some excitement in the fourth quarter. 33-yard or 27-yard return. Jay will start at the 33-yard line. Bob needs a turnover. Bob needs a fumble. Bob needs a pick. Bob needs a 3 and out. All of those would be good right now. 1st and 10. William Howard in there. He's got 9 carries left. Curl to quick. Double teaming 2 with a linebacker, leaving 2 flats open. But guess right, 3-man in zone. What is that free safety doing staying home? Get him in the game. Marino's spanking this crew. And Jay's doing what I would do too. You just keep going to your best receivers. The linebacker double teams don't scare me that much, especially when you have that kind of pass blocking. Give me that free safety needs to get in the game. Off tackle left to Bryant. Again, he keys, but he doesn't move the free safety. That's easy for Jay just to make sure he doesn't Doesn't run up the middle because he knows if it's going to be a key, that's the zone's going to be stuffed. If you're going to key, just with free safety, fine, but move him around. Don't make it predictable. Put it right there. He's going to run behind these sixes more often than not. Get him to move where he doesn't have the advantage of the run blockers. 2nd and 10. Nope. Guess wrong pass to Mike Quick. This is bad news. Goes for 10. Excuse me, goes for 12. 1st and 10 to the 23. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. This was a tough ask for Bob anyway, because Jay's got the better team on both sides of the ball. Bob got hit with an injury or two, and it's not really getting much luck. Crossing back into Altoon. Single covered, guarded by a 0. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 2 more of those. 2 more good calls and good rolls to force the field goal and hopefully get a shank. 28-17 Bengals. Get that free safety in the game. Double Quick, double Schuler. Button hook, double Bryant. Guess wrong. Bob wants on the D card, but not on a receiver reading. Oh, he gets the break. Receiver reading hits the only spot it could hit and be incomplete. So that's the, what did I call it? We had the dreaded 5 on runs, guess wrong. That's the suspect 7? I don't know. I know I had a name for it. I can't even remember it now, so it's definitely not catching on. Now we got the old 4-1-6, and he's going to throw a flat, the empty flat. Cover him, Bob. Plug those outside flats. Jay's going to shoot for it for sure. I don't mind the 3-2-6 if you're going to double team 2 guys. Scroll left to Quick. Good. He got somebody over there. He's a 0, but he's got somebody there. And it's going to be another 8-yard pickup. And that'll bring up a field goal. And he'll take the field goal opportunity, I would think, because that means he goes up 2 touchdowns. So not bad, not bad. You didn't get 3 and out. You didn't get a quick stop, but you get the drive was quick because of the big play. You get the ball back, come down and get a touchdown, and then you're only a single score away. So not the best circumstances, but not bad. Lansford's terrible on extra points. Or I'm sorry, on field goals from that range. Not terrible, but definitely not what we're used to in this day and age. So the ball goes out to the 27. First and 10, 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Bo Jackson and then a 2 tight end set. But again, you're hurting yourself against a good coach when you don't throw it to all your targets. I've seen Jensen get targets. I've seen Blades get targets. I've seen Hill get targets. But I have not seen him throw to the running back or to the tight end. And you might say, well, those guys aren't great. Well, it doesn't matter. You need to get him off of Blades. He's double teaming him correctly again. You can't keep going back to that. Although it worked out here, he gets a dump off for 13 yards. But mix it up. You got to mix it up. 11-16 for 144 for Kelly. Up to the 40. Good start to the drive. (31-17) Bengals in the Tecmo Bowl. In the IFL Super Bowl, curled above Blades being double covered again. And it's picked. You've got to mix up your targets. Although, to be honest, that roll would have been an interception. Oh, it's fumbled. I think the offense has it back. Oh, that's hustling. Look at that. Felix Wright picks the ball off, but Blades comes running up from behind him, strips the ball. Bo jumps on it. And that may have saved the game for the Rams. Let's see what happens now. Bo knows Bob go. Little Bob cough. Doesn't work as well. Okoye in the game. Slanted Doug Crosby. There we go. There we go, Dougie. There you go. Guess must run 9 yards. First or second and 1. See, you see the benefit you get by mixing up your targets? Crosby gets targeted. Now it's going to give him something to think about. Goes 4 wide. Larry Mason in the game. How's Larry Mason guessed right? Not too shabby. Line buck. And not too good either, to be honest. I'd rather go with a Kelly sneak. Goes up the middle to Mason. 9-yard pickup. Another block by Ray Donaldson. Go to the strength of your team, man. Keep running it up the middle. Go 3 wide with Okoye. There you go. I like this a lot. 3 wide with Okoye. Gives him less chances to double team. He doesn't have 3-4. He's going 4-3. You can run draws up the middle. But he doesn't seem to have that in his arsenal. Not running draws. He's just running. You can run draw, you can get that guy out of there on the D card. So it's 0-man zone instead of 1-man zone. Into Bengal territory. Well, it's a good result here to avoid 3rd and long. Crossing pattern to Jensen. A lot of heat coming. It's going to be a sack. No! The offensive line stands tall. Jesse Solomon's pass rush against Terry Long's 2. 5 against a 2. 35% chance of a sack. There we go. 1st and 10 inside at the 36. Bo and Okoye in the backfield. He's not really keen, though. He's just calling him run occasionally, so I would be okay with going. I like the other formation. I like the 3 wide. Slant to Jensen, guessed right. Single covers, the dump off. Interception split incomplete. 2nd and 10. Spread them out. 14:06 to go in the game. This is 4 down territory now for the Rams, I think. Oh, guessed wrong up the middle. Okoye hits the 0. That's the dreaded 10 on his roll. The worst result on the card, guessed wrong. That's the kind of day it's been enough for the Rams. 3-3-5 show and blitz. Big play here. With Jay likely to bring pressure, you might want to look at a flat pass with a looking pass. There's the pressure. He didn't leave a zone open, though. It's 4th and 16. Tough ask there. It was a 42% chance of a sack. And again, that's the issue with this Rams team. Not a lot of pass protection. I have a feeling those guys will be targeted in the draft next year. 40-yard punt down to the 10 for the 9. And it's a 6-yard return. And that's where the Bengals will attempt to put together a drive to ice the Super Bowl for them. Off tackle left to Howard. Guessed right. That's good. Going to still pick up 4 yards. Quick slant to Schuler. That's going to pick up 12. And that's one more first down. Guess right, short pass to Altoon. That's another first down. So this game looks like it's going to be over pretty quick here. Double team with a linebacker. The receiver rating's guessed right, not double team because it's not a true double team like it would be with a free safety. And that's a 20-yard pickup. Three-yard pickup guessed right on a run there. And Jay takes it under 10 minutes. Seventeen-yard pickup guessed wrong, short game. And folks, this one's over. It's tough to come back against Jay. First and goal, inside run to William Howard, gets right center +5 or +0. Can't make the block. Inside run to James Saxon. Go with the guy with the lowest fumble rating. And that picks up, actually loses a yard. Third and goal. You get a field goal here, you can make it a 3-score game with 7 minutes left. That pretty much ices it. Lansford comes in. Oh, and he shanks it on a 2 through 10 field goal. So this is Bob's last chance. Got to get a touchdown here. get a stop, and get another touchdown. So he's still got some life. Goes deep, incomplete. Third and 10. Sorry, I'm a little distracted here trying to take care of some other stuffs. Come on, Bob. Let's hit a big play here. And it's a sack. 3-3-5 showing blitz, 4th and 20. And it's all over but the crying. Still a great season for Bob. You get that hot start, drop to 8-8, kind of back into the playoffs, then go on a run and make the Super Bowl. That's pretty cool. Oh, that was an interception split, 3-minute zone. That could have been juicy. A pick there and a return for a touchdown. That'll get him to think twice, I think, on throwing the ball. Crossing pattern to Altoon. Single covered by a 0. Complete. You know, I was a fan of the Seahawks, who had that incredible comeback in the 2014 NFC Championship game. She never count anything out. Third and 10. Short game, but run containment comes in the way and stuffs it. William Howard tapped. He might be the MVP today. 9 runs for 63 yards. No, it's got to be Marino. Marino's been great. Mike Quick too. Marino and Quick, nice 1-2 combo. And yeah, block punt here, or a big long punt return. Either of those have happened, but the Rams get the ball. One last chance at the 36. Incomplete on 1st and 10. Under 4 minutes to go. And another sack. Picking at that scab. This time it was Cody Risen. It was a 5, but it was against Gary Jeter. One of those outside linebackers.
with a high pass rush, I think. No? Oh, he's a defensive end. Boosted up from a 0-10 to a 13. Long to Larry Mason. Another sack. Bring it against Jumbo Elliott. You can't have a 0 tackle. That's a 100% chance of a sack in that test. 4th and 30. Time to punt. Hope for a fumble. 48-yard punt. And he just gets out of the way. Says, I'm not going to return that. That was really the only chance he gets is if he fumbles a punt. I'll tackle left to William Howard. Again, he keys, but he doesn't move the free safety. Limited effectiveness. If your opponent knows where you're going to key, he won't run to that zone. Quick slant to Schuler. Guessed right. Picks up 2. It'd be 3rd and 9. Off tackle left to Bryant. Short gain. Does not break contain. And it'll be another punt. And that clock just keeps on ticking. Suits Jay just fine. Short punt on a coffin corner. Again, gives the Rams the ball in decent field position. They only have 1 timeout left. Under 2 minutes now. Ball to Ray Alexander. They need some magic. Incomplete. There was only 1 man in the zone. Didn't hit though. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly shut this down when the game's over. Crossing pattern to Jim Jensen. Single cover, incomplete. Which could be in a matter of a minute or so. Assuming he doesn't pick up any more first downs, then he will only be able to stop the clock once, and Jay will knee it out, or he should knee it out. Another sack.
4th and 17. So we very likely have 3 more plays left. A failed 4th down attempt and 2 knees, assuming LA does not use their last timeout. They should use their last timeout now as well. They might be waving the white flag. No, they just go hurry up. So again, unless they pick up this 4th down with a dump off or long pass completion, it'll be 2 knees and we'll be done. I'm ready to go on to the draft lottery, which is going to come up in a separate broadcast. Jim Kelly, do you have any magic left in you? Bomb to Jensen, 2-minute zone. And it's picked off, but he might just knock it down. Since it's 4th down, you have that option in the game. He swats it down, takes the ball over at the 40, or sorry, the 33, and a couple of knees, and we're done. So congratulations to the commissioner, Jay Villing, and his Cincinnati Bengals for bringing home the inaugural Tecmo Bowl, the IFL 88 Super Bowl winners in a dominating performance. 14-point win. If you bet the over, if you took the favorites, you're going to be able to cash your ticket. If you took Bob and the 10 points, you still come up a little short. You needed a junk time touchdown there at the end and didn't get it. So Marino will take home and hold up the trophy, something he couldn't do in the NFL. Jay helps him to bring home his first trophy, and I'm going to shut this down and set up the draft lottery. Congratulations, great season still, Bob. You came up against a better team and a more experienced coach. Not a good combination. Tough for anyone to stop Jay with that team. It really is one heck of a team, like Bob's saying in the chat. And then the injury didn't help either. But more aggressive double teaming with a free safety. Don't be afraid to get burned. You got to do it. You got to do it to stop that offense. Okay, I'm going to shut it down.